Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Did you guys know that trans women getting pregnant is not that far off? Apparently, according to this particular transgender individual, or this particular person that wants to identify as being transgender or trying to act like this person is the opposite sex, this is the person that goes around harassing staff members if the staff member calls this person sir, because this person thinks that that is, quote, misgendering this particular person. And this person also films other people that come up to this person and call this person sir. And this person gets all upset and, plays the victim card over on TikTok. They happen to be relatively well known over on TikTok at the moment. And this is the same person as well that dressed up like Miss Rachel and tried to teach young kids, tried to indoctrinate young kids, I'll have you know, in regards to transgenderism and other sexual innuendo stuff. And this is also the same person that spoke about having a procedure done of getting your testicles cut off. Believe it or not, that is actually what this person wants to do. I'm not sure when this person is actually having it done, but mate, if you want to get your, what's chopped off and have to suffer the consequences because of that, and you don't seem too old to me, but nevertheless, go on synthetic drugs, go on synthetic hormones and see how that wrecks up your body. But hey, not my body, not my choice. You go and do all that nonsense and that whole my body, my choice stuff as well. Like, that's also very interesting to me because we should be taking care of your body, regardless of whether or not it's your choice or not. Like, it's just, anyway, I know how that also pertains to abortion too. So don't get me wrong. I get it. I'm not going to get into that today. But anyway, let's get into, can trans women get pregnant? Let's have a watch of this individual talking about how it's not very far off.
Trans women getting pregnant is not as far off as you'd think. In the past 10 years, 50 babies have been born from a uterus transplant. How this works is a person with a damaged or missing uterus gets a new uterus. Then they get pregnant, then they give birth to a child via C-section. The implanted uterus is then removed so that the person doesn't need to be on anti-rejection meds for the rest of their life. So far, these implants have only been attempted on cis women, but there's nothing that says it couldn't work on a trans woman. After all, my hormone levels are pretty similar to a cisgender woman. So why not? The main thing in the way is that the science is new, so there aren't enough surgeons out there to do the testing. So it's less about if we can do it and more about when we can do it. Imagine a trans woman using her own DNA along with her partner's egg to create life. Wouldn't that be incredible? Some researchers think it's already possible and that it'll be attempted in the next year or two. Now, to be clear, I don't want kids. And even if this was an option, I wouldn't be interested. But there are so many trans women out there who want this, and they have just as much of a right to pregnancy as anyone else. Let's get this thing off. Oh. See, it was fake.
All right, so this person is explaining, and I've actually explained it in the past, that there has been successful uterus transplants on the likes of real women, and there has been successful pregnancies. 50 babies have been born that way. They don't keep the uterus transplant in the woman because that is going to damage and harm the woman. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Every single woman is given their own uterus at conception, at the point where the human is starting to grow, and you know that the sex is a female. So therefore, the body will do what the body does best and give everything that the female reproductive system actually needs to work. They don't give males a uterus. Just pointing that out. And there's reasons as to why men don't have uterus and they don't have eggs. We have semen, sperm. We have all those things, which I think is a wonderful thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm a man. I love being a man. Okay. I'm happy that I was born a man. I'm glad that God knew what the hell he was doing. Let's just say that, right? And the thing is, like, I also love women. I love the fact that women are incredible, they're just really special. They are. Like the things that they're able to do, a lot of women, I admire them. I admire their strength, their courage, and things that they have to go through. And yet again, I say I'm glad that I'm not a woman, but my goodness me, you have all these men that want to identify as being women because it's a fantasy of theirs. They have all autogynephilia and everything else that goes along with that. But then they try and change their body to suit that of a woman. And I'm going, why? Why do you want to actually voluntarily go through all the things that women go through? Is that just another fetish for you? Or are you actually that brain dead? you want to go through that horrible once a month thing that women have to go through. And I know it's like it's part of being a woman. I totally understand all that, but doesn't mean that it's like a pleasant thing for women to have to endure every single month. Like it wouldn't be nice, but men want to go through it. Now, the whole pregnancy thing, only women are able to fall pregnant. Only the female body is designed to house and to carry and to birth that of a human being. The female pelvis is specifically and biologically designed to be, get this, people, sex specific, gender specific, if you will, if I can use that term these days. The male pelvis is also designed to be gender specific or sex specific. The way it is shaped, it is not shaped at all to house that thing of a uterus. So this individual talking about how uterus transplants in trans women, look, mate, you can call yourself a woman all you want. Doesn't mean that you're a woman, okay? Doesn't mean that you're ever going to be able to have a uterus transplanted in your body. You may be okay with cutting off, your testicles, and you can do that, but actually successfully putting a female uterus in your body, moving everything else around, mate, that's not possible. It never will be possible. And I've said this a million times and I'll keep saying it. If that were to even happen, I do not think for 1 second would be here for that much longer. If the moment I think this is going to happen, the moment that a doctor actually does this and it happens to be, quote, successful, I think God's just going to go, nah. But personally, I don't think it's going to happen because God's design, let me just say this, in the human body, he knew what he was doing when he created male and female. And the human, yes, I get it. We're smart. We're intellectual humans. We're not dumb. At least some of us aren't dumb. This person, I'm starting to guess it. But anyway, he didn't create a lot of dumb people. Okay, he created some dumb people. Well, he created people. Okay, I'll just say that I won't be too unkind. But it does not mean that humans are capable of transplant. You can't mess with biology, man. If you try and mess with biology, you're gonna fall flat on your face. Like biology is innate. It's like you cannot change it. No matter what you try and do, you cannot change biology. It doesn't work that way. So the likelihood of a successful uterus transplant actually happening in a man, oh boy, I don't even see it happening at all. I can't possibly see it happen. Now, if you want to be that delusional, actually think for yourself that it's going to happen. If it helps you sleep at night, by all means, mate, go ahead. But don't go and say to people and give these already delusional people hope in something that's never actually going to happen. And I can say that with definite certainty because you're dealing with something that can never be changed. Dear, oh dear. So when this person goes, my hormone levels are similar to that of the word that I hate, real women. So why not? Mate, it's got more to do with just hormone levels. So you think, oh, my hormone levels are the same as that of a real woman, so therefore it means I can get pregnant. You're missing a couple of steps there, man. First and foremost, you don't have a uterus. Secondly, you don't have eggs. And what are you going to use to actually get pregnant? That's very interesting. And thirdly, and possibly fourthly, you are you're using synthetic hormones. So it's masking and mimicking, I should say, that of real female hormones in a male body. So you are pumping yourself up full of things that you shouldn't actually have high levels of because you're a biological man. And you're expecting yourself to actually fall pregnant because of that. Mate, you don't know biology at all. You need to go back to school by the looks of things and learn biology 101 because it is extremely simple. If I can get it and I'm not that smart, I'll have you know, then what's stopping you from getting it? Aside from the fact that you think that you're so delusional, it's not even funny. But anyway, this person seemed to think that if they've got the same hormonal levels, that's what's gonna make them pregnant. But oh boy, imagine oh boy. Imagine using your partner's own DNA. So what are you saying, mate? Using your partner's sperm? Oh, you're forgetting that part because that's what you need. You need a sperm. And then this person actually is like, and your partner's egg. So in other words, you're saying you need a actual male and an actual female to create what? Life? A baby? Yes. Mate, no matter how you try and screw everything up, it all comes back to like the basics. A man and a woman coming together with a sperm and an egg. That's what you need in order for the sperm to meet the egg and then fertilize that egg. And guess what? Human life is formed. Oh, these people, I just can't. Now, to be clear, it's already been attempted several times and been very, very unsuccessful. I think one person in India that tried it, that person ended up passing away because of the severe complications. Mate, when you're messing with a person's biological structure and frame, good luck. That's all I say. Good luck. And the whole terminology of don't tell me that it can't be done because I'm going to show you that it can be done. This case, I think there's an exception to the rule. I think in this case, it's impossible. And even if there was like a slight chance that it was possible, I don't think we'll be here for very much longer. No, they don't have just as much as a right to everyone else, mate. They don't. So please do not say that they do because they're not real women. Only real women have that right to get pregnant because only women can get pregnant. So, mate, it's more about can you? I mean, I wish you all the best. I wish you luck. By all means, go for it. If that's what your heart so desires, by all means, mate, go and give it a chance and see where it lands you because I guarantee you, you're going to fall flat on your face and you're going to realize some very, very hard, somewhat simple truths about biology and about life and about science. But nevertheless, don't let me stand in your way. Don't let me stand in your way, indeed. All right, my friends, that's enough from me. My goodness me. You guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.